Shows you guys are muted.
No, what is up, everybody? I don't know what the hell happened during that intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Just Too Sweet Show. First episode of 2023. Happy New Year's, everybody. I am Mr. Big Daddy Cool Tim Duvall himself. With me, as always, is my tag team partner, the A to the Z, the bad guy himself. Eric, my friend, what's going on, brother?
Iron Claw 2023.
Oh, I like it. I like it. And with us always is our third man himself, Hollywood Dave. Dave, what is going on?
Bang. Nothing much, fellas. Good to be here. 2023. Obviously, our show is known to have, some bugs. So, of course, we would start off with everyone on mute, not knowing what was going on.
Well, it's supposed to be on mute when that thing
we're always on mute.
I don't know why. I don't know why I can hear you. That was kind of weird. Supposed
did you unmute yourself, Dave?
Well, the thing ended on the countdown ended, and then I thought you were gonna play the Just Too Sweet intro, and then I was like, wait, nothing's happening.
I did play the intro. You didn't see the intro?
No, I
saw it definitely played. Yeah,
I just saw the PCP one.
Oh, that's weird. I played the intro.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, that's weird. Anybody else see the intro? If anyone chimes in, because it's a new year. You got to get that first one out of the way.
You do.
That first screw up out of the way, as you say. Exactly. I say we just jump right into it, guys. We've been out for a couple of weeks. Took the holidays off. Not too many big stories going on. However, with Royal Rumble around the corner, Triple H is promising a good one. And one of the big rumors I want to address right away is the Forbidden Door entrant into the Royal Rumble. Now, the Forbidden Door could be AEW. Forbidden Door could be an NWA guy. It could be TNA, whatever the hell, Impact guy. It could be a Japanese guy from New Japan. We don't know who it could be.
It could be a former wrestler that's a PCP,
It could be Eric. Now. Eric, can you give us a hint? Is it going to be you? Are you going to be in the Royal Rumble this year?
Due to legal ramifications, I cannot comment on this.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, we want first shot. We want ringside seats too. So if that's the case, so let me say right off the bat. Let's ask you guys right off the bat: is this possible? Will it happen? And on a scale of 1 to fucking AEW, who do you think could possibly show up at the Royal Rumble this year? Eric, go ahead. What do you think of this? What do you think of it? Let's put it this way. What do you think of an AEW guy showing up at the Royal Rumble? Is that even fathomable?
100%.
I think so.
100%. I think it's going to be more than just I think it'll be an AEW guy. I think that AEW guy will be the big one. But I think you're going to see. I have a funny feeling that Nick Aldis is going to show up too.
Really? Wait, yep. Who do you mean by the big one?
Oh, it's CM Punk, 100%.
Oh, you think that asshole's going to show up?
I have a funny feeling. Listen, I might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, because nobody needs to shit in the kiddie pool. But I got a funny feeling that I have a funny feeling he's going to show up. But I actually think there's a good chance Nick Aldis is going to show up too, because he's done with the NWA, and
I think the NWA is going to be soon to be done soon too.
Yeah, Corgan didn't. Well, it's just like AEW. They, they're not following. They didn't follow through on everything they were saying they were gonna. You give you give leeway to 3 fucking EV, whatever you call them, and
best EVPs in the business. You know,
don't put anybody else over. But MJF has enough gumption and talent to get himself over, without, greasing a carrot. So, but yeah, I think Aldis or Punk is going to be at the Royal Rumble. I think Great Muta is going to be there too.
Oh yeah, he's been everywhere lately. Dave, what about you? What if there was an AEW guy who was going to make that jump? Who do you think it's going to be?
So if it's going to be an AEW guy that would make the jump, so we're saying that he's jumping and defecting from AEW, not going back there.
No. Actually, I think Forbidden Door just means a guy from another company can enter the Royal Rumble. I don't know if that means they're jumping companies. So that was the case, and you got so many guys because a lot of guys are going back. What's his name's going back to? Ric Flair's son-in-law, Andrade. He's probably on his way back because guess who just showed up on SmackDown last week? Charlotte's back. Ric Flair got a WWE documentary. Not a coincidence, I'm telling you right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade's in the Royal Rumble.
And he's shitting all over Jim Ross too. So
yeah, but I think Forbidden Door means another company guy entering the Rumble. So who do you think could that possibly be?
So I think just because I feel like AEW is not fully on board with Triple H right now because of how Tony Khan has been butthurt about them doing like competing weekends of pay-per-views. I would say it's not, if it's an AEW guy, it's not an AEW exclusive guy. It would be someone that's showing up on like your TNAs, like a Christian Cage. I could see that happening. But an exclusive AEW guy, I just don't.
David, is your soup done?
My soup?
Yeah, the beeping.
Oh, sorry.
Mobile Dave is in demand. He's in demand.
Yeah. But I would say I think maybe a New Japan guy would be the main guy, just like I think it might be like a Jay White, just because they have what is this show tomorrow? Wrestle Kingdom 17 or whatever. And who's supposed to appear? Sasha Banks.
Yep.
So I feel like
also rumored to go to AEW soon.
We'll want to waste money on her. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sasha's good.
Sasha will be the best, but she'd be the best one in AEW in a heartbeat.
She would be. That's not saying much.
Other than maybe Britt Baker, she'd be. I would be the best one there.
That is not saying much at all.
No, you're right. I agree. The women's roster is very, very weak, and yeah, Sasha would help, but it would end up being like another AEW. I mean WWE, where it's like gonna be like 3 people basically that are gonna be taking over the women's roster, and they're not gonna be building anyone up because Sasha's not gonna lose. Britt loses barely.
Boss, what are you talking? No.
Sasha would
I know for a fact. I can kick her ass. I may not be able to kick any of the other women's ass, but I could kick her ass.
Chris, what's up, Chris? Thanks for watching. Yeah, so like I mentioned before too, Charlotte Flair, and again, I normally wouldn't get upset. I usually get upset actually. Charlotte Flair came back, won yet another title in a heartbeat, but I'm okay with this time because she beat Ronda Rousey, and I don't like Ronda Rousey, so I'm okay with it. But Charlotte Flair is now a 14-time world champion and has won a title every year since she started wrestling. Every year she's won a world title. 14 times.
Where else has she won titles? Just WWE?
NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. Yeah, the 2 titles, the 3 titles.
Oh, she also won the Divas.
Oh yeah, I was counting those. Yeah, the Divas title, that counts. Yeah.
She's never wrestled anywhere else though, and won their heavyweight title.
No,
nope.
She's only been WWE.
Yep. So that's
exactly, boss. I would let her, but boss, you're exactly right. That's it's dumb because no title doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, remember when it meant something to be the champ? Remember when like when Yokozuna was champion? Like fucking like, oh my god, like this big giant fucking sumo guy's the champion. No, who's gonna beat him? Or like even when Hogan was champion, or Flair, or
well, I mean, if you look at how Roman is. That's how they built Roman. They didn't do that with Charlotte because as soon as they like had someone beat her, they automatically like gave up on them.
I think
Like
there's too many people there.
like Sasha Banks and Charlotte for like what a month straight exchanged the belt back and forth.
Yeah,
You didn't build anybody there, and then Charlotte ended up winning at the end. So it's like, okay, Charlotte still looks OP, but no one else is being built from that. So it's like there. That's the reason that that's not happening, where you don't have these like great champions, long-term champions like Roman has been lately.
Dave, did you just say OP?
Yeah.
Do you play Smash Brothers too?
I do.
Okay. Just checking.
So yeah, so supposedly, with Ric Flair getting a Peacock special now, a WWE Network thing, and Charlotte coming back, I'm sure Andretti's going to be one of the participants. But speaking of Ric Flair, like I said, that special. I don't know if you guys get to watch it yet.
No, I've not.
He gets a new special. I mean, he just got a special a couple years ago for the ESPN, so I wasn't really looking forward to this one, but it was very good. It was very informative. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm losing a little bit of respect for Ric Flair. I mean, not the wrestler. I'm talking about the guy. Because he's so...
So it's different than the 30 from 30.
It's a little different. It's a lot of the same information. That's what I'm talking about. A couple new revelations came about in this episode, which were kind of like, whoa. Okay, like ridiculous. But I don't know. He doesn't give a shit about nobody but himself.
Yeah, he's a bitter twat. He is.
Yeah, he is extremely selfish. He's ruining his last marriage, his fourth marriage. His kids are just whatever. But the big information that, first of all, I thought this was funny. Not funny, but we found out that Ric Flair got struck by lightning.
What?
Yes, he got struck by lightning, and he lived to tell about it.
Nope.
He did.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it.
No, but more than one person has acknowledged this. He had an umbrella or some kind of one of those picnic things, and he opened his shit, and it fucking got, and everyone around him went fucking flying. So basically, he got struck, and so you can't kill Ric Flair. Basically, is what they're trying to say in this special. You can't kill him. He's immortal.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I guess technically relevant.
Wait, they're not counting those?
I don't know. I guess they're not counting them. I was counting them.
I was counting them too.
I thought 14 was included, but if she's just 16 already, then Jesus Christ.
Hey, no, wait a minute. No, we're not done with this fucking struck by lightning thing yet.
No, but we're gonna go back. I just wanted to answer the comments.
Here's the thing. Okay, fucking first, Ric Flair's the Wilt Chamberlain of the wrestling world, which I might have. I mean, there's no way. What do you say? Like
maybe 40, not Wilt. Maybe like Kareem.
10,000 went. No, I don't believe that. What was another Ric Flair?
See, I kind of do believe it. I think them '80s women, man, they fell for that gimmick, hook, line, and sinker. Not realizing he didn't all the shit that he had was, he bought it and spent it, got it and spent it, got it and spent it. He didn't have that money in the bank. He fucking lived the lifestyle.
I think Ric Flair was like sitting too close to a light socket and spilled his drink. And everybody got like a shock or something. He didn't get fucking struck by lightning. Come on.
Did he have anyone corroborate it though?
Yeah, people corroborated it.
They were drunk too.
Eric, you're very skeptical lately, Eric. You're very skeptical.
Yeah. I am. I'm.
Are you gonna bring out the tinfoil hat soon?
No, I don't know. I'm not one of those crazy fucks. The Earth is not flat. I know that.
Yeah, well, I feel the same way. I think they got to stop making documentaries on the guy.
They do.
Because it's enough already. Because it went from like, how cool is Ric Flair to, dude, you're kind of pathetic.
He is pathetic.
There's only one person there's several people to blame for this, and that's all of us.
True. No,
like, we're still keeping Ric Flair there. Like, they're making
we're keeping
songs
him
about
relevant.
him.
We're keeping him relevant.
Exactly. If he just... when's the last time we heard something about Hogan?
It's all bad.
It's all bad.
Because
I'm saying, like, he's not trying to come back or keep himself relevant. Like, he's there living his life, being easy.
Yeah, he's fucking sailing in Tampa. That's all he does is ride his fucking boat around Tampa, whatever the hell he is.
And Brutus too. You know, we don't see anything bad
hanging out
about
with Brian.
Brutus.
No, I'm not even pretending I didn't hear that. You know, he's hanging out with Brian Knobs, who can't fucking walk. You know, the fucking dopey bastard fucking hobbles around. You know, sniffing Hogan's fucking butthole, and then now all of a sudden Hogan's got this. I mean, I guess she's older. Like, at least he's not dating people that are old enough to be his daughter. But like,
First one.
It's like, hey brother, gets out of this big truck, and you know what? Why don't these guys? Why don't these old men? Why don't these old men do what old men do? Why don't they go down to the country store and drink coffee with the rest of the old men, and then tell their stories, and then go back home, and then the social media is killing like our legends. Like I was comfortable like thinking Ric Flair like alligator shoes and Rolex. Well, I thought that was great. I had the vision in my head of the jet flying. Then he gets this podcast with Conrad, son-in-law, by the way, son-in-law. He married Ric Flair's oldest kid, Megan Flair.
Megan Flair.
Yeah. So here's what, now he's shitting on JR. All right. Now I like JR. All right. I like JR. And JR already said that in that Dark Side of the Ring episode, the plane ride from hell, that right even before it came out, I believe. He said that his comments were misconstrued and the editing made it seem like it was. And I could see that. I could see that because I'm on top of things. I see shit, Dave. I know. I can see it. And no, so then now all of a sudden he's like got this big hard on for Jim Ross. Oh, Jim Ross, fuck him and all that stuff. It's like, and he said that instead he called Jim Ross right after it happened. And instead of Jim Ross apologizing, he just said, I love you, Nate. I always have and always will.
Yep.
Well, okay, good.
Good. He apologized. He should have apologized.
Did.
He apologized not to him. He apologized to like the media.
Yeah, he apologized and he said he loves the Nature Boy. So that's
Nate said that he did not apologize. That he just said that I love you thing, and then that was it.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit because Jim Ross is yet to rebut, and Cornette hasn't weighed in on. Well, he did a little bit.
Today is JR's birthday, by the way.
It is. Happy birthday, by God.
Happy birthday, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. God damn him. Or damn him.
He's broken in half.
He's broke. Oh, from now on, Dave's imitating Jim Ross. Nobody imitates Jim Ross but Dave now. Tim does Jim Cornette. I'll do Stu Hart, and you do Jim Ross. That's it. But, yeah, so I think, look, is there validity to a lot of the stuff Nate says? Probably. He's a wild guy. Do I think a lot of it's embellished? Of course. But does it have to be? Yes, it has to be because he's fucking Ric Flair.
But see, I don't think it's embellished because even the story when he was in a coma, he wakes up from his coma and Hogan was there visiting him, and Hogan said it and Flair admitted it. He said, "Hogan, go get me a 6-pack." And he's like, "Hogan, are you fucking crazy? I'm not giving you a fucking 6-pack while you're intubated in a fucking hospital, whatever. You're hooked up to all his machines. I'm not going to do that shit." So I do think he's got a serious problem. And they asked him flat out, "You're not supposed to be drinking right now. You're not. Why do you do it?" "Because I like it." That was his exact quote. "Because I like it. I like to drink. I like to wear the fucking $500 shoes. I like to wear the $10,000 watch." He
likes living the gimmick.
And even now he admitted it too, because I do believe the latest wife is gone. Maybe before this thing was shot, because she's all over the special. But I think she's gone. Raul, maybe you can confirm that.
She left, and I think they're trying to work it out. I think that's
maybe but he admitted right at the end too. "I love drinking and I love women. I still love women to this very day." So that kind of tells me that he's out banging fucking geriatrics, even at his age.
Yes, he's going to the bingo game.
Yeah, exactly.
He's strutting up to your grandmother or whatever, like, woo! Look at those bloomers, Grandma.
Well, the one, and I said the one really like holy shit moment I think of the whole special was, and it is worth watching, even though the ESPN one was good too. But this is definitely worth watching. Everyone knew he was adopted. He knew he was adopted. The Fleers were not his real parents, but he found out a year or two ago. It's must have been after the ESPN one. What his real name is? Not only found out what his. I'll tell you in a second because you're gonna shit your pants because it's so not Ric Flair. That's why. Not only he has his real name, he found a brother, and he found out that he was stolen. There was a whole rash of things, but when he was in the hospital that he was born in or whatever.
Yeah, it was the Tennessee Valley Authority or something,
he was
right?
Stolen from his parents, and then whoever stole him gave him up to the orphanage. They didn't want nothing to do with him after they fucking stole him.
Yeah.
That is screwed up.
Wow.
It was that big adoption scam thing back in the 40s and 50s, right?
Yeah. Whoever stole him decided, well, this ain't worth it anymore. I'm going to give him up. And they gave him up to adoption. So, drum roll, Ric Flair's real name.
Can I guess? Wait, I want one guess. One guess.
One guess.
Otto Herbstreit.
Oh no, it's way normal.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like somewhere like a John Smithish.
It's a John Smithish type name. Yes, definitely.
Roy. Roy. Go ahead. Come on, drum roll.
Fred Williams. So Ric Flair is Fred Williams.
Fred
Woo!
Williams.
It doesn't have the same panache as Ric Flair.
The Nature Boy Fred Williams.
The Nature Boy Fred Williams. And one of the tragic things too is his brother, his real brother, his birth brother, blood brother, found him, contacted his wife and said, hey, we can get together. And Flair said, no, I don't know who the fuck Fred Williams is. I don't even know who Richard Flair is anymore. I am fucking Ric Flair. I don't care who my brother. After 70-something years, whatever. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, I understand, but that's living the gimmick to the like. You don't even know who Richard Flair is anymore. You don't know who. I mean, it's a little mental.
Oh, yeah, you think?
It's almost like it's like Bret Hart thinking he beat all those guys, for real.
Well, hold on now. See, now all the guys that are saying you were booked to be the champion. Now, like guys like Pritchard and Bischoff. Now they're saying that these guys really earned it to be the champ, so they can't make their mind up.
No. I think Bret Hart thinks he actually won matches, okay. Like he actually put the fucking sharpshooter. They actually submitted, and he's like, I am the champion.
If you watch Bret really close, he's starting to do this.
Oh, he better not. He'll never live that down.
Because he still talks. He's like, I did this, and
then again, the older brothers talk like that.
They do. Did you see the shoot with is it Ross? Not Ross. Whoever. One of them that has a big head and fucking looks like Stu.
They all do.
Yeah, he talks like Stu. He's like, the Dynamite Kid. It's pretty good. It's at WSI. You guys don't even listen to anything I say. Go check out WSI shoot interviews.
I watch the interviews.
You do? Okay, you do. Dave doesn't. Dave's playing fucking Smash Brothers with my son, and getting OP. And but no, he is it Ross Hart?
Yeah, Ross. I think Ross is one.
That's Ross Hart. Yeah, or no, Ross died, right?
Did one of them die? I don't know if any of them died.
Yeah, a couple of them died. Smith died. The oldest died of cancer a year or two ago, and then the one died way back of cancer. He died on the night the Undertaker debuted. He died that day because Piper, remember, dedicated the Hart Foundation match with the Undertaker in it to his brother.
Wow,
whichever one that passed away.
Shit.
Yeah, maybe it was Ross Hart. I don't know. It sounds good, but yeah, he's Stu.
I think we're just seeing the effects of Goldberg's kick to Bret Hart's head.
Yeah, not like he needed help with the
Grumpy Bret's a whole nother show, so we can do that all day, Grumpy Bret.
Good.
Another thing that came out, like I said, that I want to talk about, and I wanted to bring Dave in. Eric, I love you. You're my brother. But when you read the top 10 wrestlers on that Sports Illustrated came up with, which is the list we're going to be talking about now, you're going to hate every person on this list. That's why I wanted to bring Dave in to kind of be a barometer a little bit of maybe. But then again, I showed you the list, Dave, and you weren't too thrilled either, right?
No.
Yeah. Because first of all,
So throw me under the bus, back up, and pick me up and hit me again. And
No,
then,
I'm not throwing you under the bus, but when you read this top 10, you're gonna be really be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Okay.
One
I like being
AEW
surprised.
guy. One, right? No, the 3 actually.
This is current top 10?
Their top 10
for
of
2022.
2022.
Oh, 2022. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go backwards.
Okay.
We're gonna go backwards. Number 10, Masha Slamovich. I don't even know who that is.
Probably some New Japan.
Yeah, exactly. How are you the top 10 wrestler of 2020? We never heard of you. I never heard of you.
Gong.
So I don't care. Whatever. So right there, I can think of probably already 5 or 6 guys that should be at number 10 or whoever. Number 8 and number 9 are Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, the FTW, the tag team. Why are they in there at 8 and 9 for top 10 wrestlers of the year?
Because they won all those tag belts?
I guess so, because they have every tag title known to man. Don't get me wrong. They are fucking phenomenal wrestlers. They are great workers. But 8 and 9? I mean...
No.
Now, if you're fighting mainly as a tag team, I would maybe put them together. I wouldn't give them 8 and 9 like that.
Yeah,
it's a different match, and I know we all can say this here. It's a different match if you have a partner to help you out through the match than if it's just a singles competition where it's just 100%. You and the other guy.
100%.
I guess that's why they threw both of them in there. They're like, oh, we're going to throw both of them in there. We're going to throw one in there. Because I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe put them together, but I don't think that it should have been 1 and 1. They're a tag team.
No,
that's what they're known for. They're not singles competitors. They're not known for that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't understand either. All right, we'll go through the list, and afterwards we'll start making fun of it. Number 7, Dave, I apologize. Raul, I apologize. All our Latin friends, I apologize. El Hijo del Vikingo. Now, Dave's saying, I don't know. Raul, do you know any fucking clue who that is? I don't think anyone knows who that is.
You know what that means?
Viking something. The something Viking. The Viking. What is it? What's
Viking O?
What's Hijo? What's that word?
Hijo, right?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
Hijo, son.
Son of the Viking?
The Viking son, yeah.
Who the fuck is that? All right,
maybe his dad was a Viking.
And if he's not a Viking, we'll be really pissed off because that's a lie. Number 6, Jamie Hayter.
I don't understand that one either.
First of all, I think they should have a men and a women's list. We'll throw that out there. Number 5, Will Ospreay. I don't get this. I don't get it because they're trying to push this dude to be the fucking greatest of all time. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand why. All right. 4, Roman Reigns. 4. Whether you like the guy or not, he's not fucking 4. The guy's been champ for 2 years, hasn't been pinned or submitted in fucking 2 years. He does not deserve to be 4. Definitely not, especially considering who number 2 is. Number 3 is Bianca Belair. Like I said, I think you should have a woman and a men's list. Just saying. 2, fucking
your
2.
Boy.
John Moxley is number 2.
Oh my god.
I don't get it. By the way, the Shield are the top fucking 4. Let's just keep that in mind. Because number 1 is Seth freaking Rollins, which I won't argue with. But.
What?
But. I mean, really, considering some of the years that some of these guys have had, this is the top 10 that these fucking Sports Illustrated comes up with? I don't get it.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, I don't either.
How is Roman not number 1 on every list?
I think I know why. And that
whether you like him or not. Whether you like him or not.
You're right. No, you're right.
Yes, he's been incredible. However, this year was the year that he kind of took a bigger step back. Like, he's had a lot more breaks this year, so he hasn't been there like Moxley or Rollins every single night. So I feel like maybe that's what they took in consideration, but he still probably should have been top 2 because he's still one of the most dominant champions in professional wrestling.
Yeah, in history, too, not just the past 20 years. In history. When was the last time a guy had a title reign this long? I mean, he's already had the title longer than I think Cena did in all his reigns or some shit like that they were saying.
Yeah, Cena didn't have very long reigns.
I mean, as far as days go, like days. I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm saying as far as days go.
Well,
John fucking Moxley. Why?
3-time AEW champion, only 3-time champion, I think, right?
He also lost it 3 times. Remember that, people.
I don't think Moxley's that great. Like, I don't know. I never
I
liked him.
I agree with you, but they put the rocket on him, and this guy loves him.
Okay, now, who now think about it really. Who had a great year? Who's not on this list?
MJF.
MJF had a fucking phenomenal year. Now maybe he was out because of his whole again.
But that still got you talking about wrestling.
Exactly, when he was out for a couple months for the storyline, or it was a shoot, or we don't know. But I still think it was a shoot. Personally, he still should be in the top 10.
I think it was kayfabe.
He is the most fucking talked about fucking wrestler this year. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
No one was more talked about than that guy.
He should be top 10 regardless.
Exactly.
What position he deserves a spot on that list.
And if you're going to throw the FCW, what the hell they are called now, how do you not throw the Usos on there then for the same reason? No, we have static. How do you not throw Bobby Lashley on that list?
How do you not throw of 2022?
Honestly, CM Punk should be on that list.
He was out most of the year, though.
Yeah, he was out half the time.
No, not most of the year.
I think he wasn't out most of 2022.
No, I think he was only out for what, like the summer.
The summer of Punk.
No, I would take him anyway over half the people on this fucking list. Yeah. I mean, even someone like Bobby Lashley deserves to be on this list over certain people.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we could even argue. I mean, it's like you can argue it, but at the same time you can't, because again, it's like what I said about Roman, that he was away. Like you could put Cody also up there. He was the first one to make the jump. He made a big, impact at WrestleMania, and then he goes and has that Hell in a Cell match that so many people still think about and talk about, which was the first 5-star match WWE has had in how many years? And he did it with one peck.
Yeah, exactly. So
true.
I don't know who at Sports Illustrated made this list, but they suck. They really suck.
Or they were trying to just be too diverse, and it's like, no, just we know who's the best. You don't have to include anyone from AAA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact. Like, no, we know who's the best.
Now, just because I see Raul and Frank, they're popping up the PWI. Let's throw that out for a second. Because this is a list now that you can get behind. Because, like you said, no matter whether they were in or out or not, they made a huge fucking impact. So here we go. Roman Reigns, number 1. Okada, number 2. In Japan, don't know, don't care. Okay, I'll take it because I don't know him. Number 3, CM Punk. Again, it makes sense because, like you said, he did have a big impact this year. Adam Page at number 4. Don't hate the guy, but I don't see him at a number 4. Bobby Lashley, number 5. Thank you. Cody Rhodes, 6. Bryan Danielson, 7. The Son of the Viking is 8.
He was there too?
Yeah, he's at 8.
Bro, we got to do our research on the Son of the Viking for real.
Yeah, we got to figure out. I hope he's not mine.
Like, I'm gonna.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, Eric, you gotta tell us something.
I'm gonna Google him for a second. If there's a little Mexican guy that looks like Eric, I'm gonna be very upset.
You imagine? I did date a Mexican girl once.
Listen, here's a secret that the show knows: Eric's very potent. So,
just saying.
9 was Big E, 10 was Jonathan Gresham, 11 was Shingo Takagi, Moxley was down at 12. That's where fucking John Moxley was going. You can take your 3-time belts, you're 12, and that's where you deserve to be at 12. Matt Cardona, aka Long Island Iced Tea, baby, 13. Wow. Josh Alexander, 14. Hiroshi Tanahashi, 15. MJF at 16. Fuck you. That's bullshit. Higher. Seth Rollins, 17. Higher. Adam Cole, 18. And he didn't even wrestle half the year because he's been hurt. This list is much better. McIntyre, Moose, Jericho, Jay White, Alexander Hammerstone, AC Mac. That's the top 25. Braun Breaker is just at 26. Will Ospreay is at 27. So I don't know what Sports Illustrated is watching, but they're not watching wrestling.
Braun Breaker was above Osprey.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Braun Breaker's dominated NXT this year. So how he, I guess they're not considering NXT wrestling for some reason because he should be.
They did for when Cole was there. Remember Cole? I think was like top 3 at one point.
And this is a men's list. Hang on, let me go check the female now. Because where's Mandy Rose? We'll do the quick one. Bianca Belair, Utama Hashishita. She's number 2. Deonna Purrazzo, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, Sasha Banks, Japanese girl I don't know, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, Rhea Ripley. Yes, this makes more sense. Charlotte Flair at 15 because she hasn't been around that much this year. Bailey Dunn. Yes, again, that's a good list. It's a good list. Is John Cena making a comeback? He already made his comeback, Frank. He was on Friday, and it was a horrible match, to be honest with you. It was quick. It was quick and terrible.
John needs to.
That's a John Cena special.
John needs fucking Rogaine is what John needs. That bald spot was blinding when that camera came out in the back of his head.
I didn't know he was that bald. Has he been covering it up this whole time?
Well, he grew his hair back, and he used to shave it. But once you start growing it back, you're like, oh, it's not growing back in this spot right here. Now I have a giant bald spot.
Don't I know it?
Come over.
It sucks. What are you gonna do?
It's nature.
So as far as top SI goes, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That'll be another telltale for the son of the Viking if he's got like thin hair. Then
we have to Google this. I'm Googling this guy. Talk amongst yourselves.
I knew Tim was gonna. A Mexican looks like Eric.
I gotta do.
Well, I mean, so Eric with Wrestle Kingdom tomorrow, or I think it's actually tonight at like 3 a.m. our time.
Okay.
There's a special match that's a double main event match that I think, if you're awake at like 6 a.m, you should probably, tune into New Japan World and see it. I think you'll be very impressed.
I'm up at 5 every day.
Yeah, I think it's for the United States Championship. I think you'll be very impressed. It's, Will Ospreay, who holds the belt, versus the best bout machine, the cleaner, the man who put New Japan on the map, Kenny Omega.
Dave. Okay, first of all, I am kind of interested in this match, yeah. A little bit. Oh.
Eric, he looks like you. I'm sorry. You might have to do what? You might have to do some. You might have to do some investigating, Eric.
Do we need a
23 and me?
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't really look like you. I just wanted to bust your ball. I want to bust your ball.
Like me, does he?
Well, let's add to it. There he is. There he is. Eric's kid.
I can see. Eric likes Spanish girls, right?
Yes.
There he is.
I do.
Viking.
How does this guy slip under our radar? He's on 2 major lists.
Top 10 on the list too. It's not like he's just like on the 100th page. No, he's on the top 10.
I don't think we gotta start watching Lucha Libre, I guess. It just says right here, his mother's from a small mountain town called Deposit. Oh shit.
Oh boy. Well. Would I be surprised?
Oh god, that'd be actually pretty damn funny, Eric. I'm sorry to tell you.
It would.
I'm just saying, if he became a Mexican wrestler of all things,
all things,
you'd have to laugh at that at least.
And he's gonna go by the Viking gimmick, like he's not gonna give it up no matter what.
No, he'll yeah.
So wait, all right, Dave, go back to this thing now. This is on tonight, or it's on it's like early morning, right? Because it's in Japan.
Yeah, so it starts at 3 a.m. and it goes into like 7.
Oh, I ain't watching.
So that's like what, like 6 p.m. their time tomorrow?
Yeah, I
And
think
Kenny Omega is actually the main eventing. You main eventing there?
he's it's a double main event. I think the main event is like for obviously for the their world championship, but then the I guess the co-main event is him and Jay White, not Jay White, him and Will Ospreay for the U.S. championship.
Cool.
Okay,
That should
interesting.
be a good match, actually. It should be a good match.
Maybe when I get to work, I'll try to find it, watch it. It should be on
Yeah, but that
YouTube,
time will
right?
definitely already be out.
Did they post that on YouTube? You think?
You could maybe not YouTube, but you could. Well, it depends because there's a lot of times where fans will just record it. Because, like for us, for example, it's easy to watch this pay-per-view because you just get the subscription to the New Japan World things at $7, and they can just screen record it and then put it up themselves on YouTube or Twitter.
Yep.
No, that's cool. All right. Anyway,
I was gonna say it'll probably be on Twitter somewhere. Definitely, like
Yeah, for sure. Someone's gonna stream it illegally or Twitch.
Yep.
Even on
There you
TikTok, you would think they're gonna stream it and you'll be able to watch it, but it's just the timing. Like, I think there was one guy on TikTok who was like breaking down, like, oh, if you want to see so and so, this is probably the time you want to tune in because it's gonna be 3 a.m. and it's like Sasha Banks is like expected to come out like at 4 a.m. and it's like, man, I'm not gonna be awake at 4 a.m. to see Sasha Banks come out.
no, me neither. I'm not going to be up that early for that. No way. And will she be Sasha Banks?
That's what I think everybody wants to see it to see what if she comes out in what persona, what gimmick.
If she's not Sasha Banks, then she's
what's her
gonna
real
go to
name?
AEW. Mercedes
Yeah.
something. And she'll use her real name if she's coming out. So
Is she Latino?
Yeah.
She is.
I think she's like half and half.
She's
Okay.
half, right? Because
I wondered the whole Snoop Dogg connection.
Yeah, she's Snoop's cousin, yeah. Snoop D-O-double-G.
I'm Snoop's cousin, fam. I'm Snoop's cousin.
No, you got yourself a Mexican
Yeah,
Viking kid.
no, I'm not. I apologize to every Snoop fan for that terrible imitation. No, I'm Spanish all the way. There's nope. You're never gonna stray me from that.
So we need someone now with Photoshop skills to put Eric's head on that little guy's body. Just so we have a new mascot for the show.
Well, ask my brother to do it. He'll AI the whole
thing.
Like,
that's right. I'm gonna have Mike do it definitely.
He'll artificial he'll do the AI shit to it and make.
I guess you find a picture of baby Eric and impose it onto this guy's face, please.
Can you imagine?
You gotta get a picture of this guy doing the same pose that Eric does. Holding up the championship belt there on the outside of the ring. And then you're able to just, side by side.
Well, what if he found like that software where you take like a girl and a guy and you mix them together and then that's their kid, What if he just found like a beautiful Mexican model and then me and then like get merged and it looked just like him.
That's
I'd be like, okay.
Breaking news on popculturepros.com. El Hijo del Vikino is son of Eric.
That's gonna start trending on Twitter soon.
Oh, it's gonna. Because I'm gonna make sure it does.
I'm gonna make sure it does.
All right, guys. That was a good, quick, nice, fast, good old fashioned first show back for 2023. We do have a lot of cool shit coming up because the second best pay per view of the year is coming out, the Royal freaking Rumble. What do you think, Gary? You think next week let's go over a Royal Rumble or two? Talk about some of our favorites. I think we should talk about some of our favorites. Maybe some of our favorite entrances, our favorite surprises, all that good stuff.
I think we should.
That'll be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So, So next week we'll start doing that, leading up to the Royal Rumble, which again, hopefully, we'll have a lot of surprises this year. Triple H is saying they're going to have a good show, so let's just hope.
On the whole Nick Khan thing there, I have a funny feeling that Nick Khan's days are numbered. Like, I don't think he's going to be in co-power with Stephanie very long.
I don't think he does shit anyway. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
No, I think he's just there so that like another McMahon isn't running everything.
Yeah, I think he's just like he's fucking what's his name from back in the day, Jack Tunney. He has no power whatsoever. I think Nick Khan is the new Jack Tunney.
They're like, we just need to bring a con just in case, we want to, mess with the other company.
Yeah, they have a con. We have a con. That's the only reason he's there. You're basically, you show up, we'll give you a paycheck. You're fucking Jack Tunney. Maybe we'll put you on TV once in a while, but that's the end of that shit.
That's great.
We'll see either way. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all our loyal listeners and watchers who tuned in tonight. Frank and Raul and all our good friends here. Like I said, we'll start doing our Royal Rumble preview starting next week. Guys, I'm glad. Welcome back. 2023 going to be a fun year in Pop Culture Pros. Why? Because we have such good fucking shows on here. Last night was Granny's Peach Tea. Tonight was us. Tomorrow, are we doing it tomorrow, Dave, on Sportsmanlike Conduct? Tomorrow or Thursday? I forget.
I think we wanted to do Unsportsman, and Steve wanted to do a Giants, right? I think he wanted to do 1-1.
We finally made the goddamn playoffs for the first time in a long time. So yeah, we're gonna have a We Stomped You Out for the Giants. We're gonna Unsportsmanlike Conduct. A lot to talk about in sports, including what happened yesterday. Horrible thing we'll talk about. Then we got Ashley with Skyliner Views, and Friday. I know another show that's been off for a couple weeks. Will that show be coming back this week, Eric? I believe it will.
Oh, it will, and we have a special surprise in store for you.
Ooh.
One of my executive producers formulated an idea, and we're having a fun show. We're gonna have a real fun show here Friday. So that's all I can say. I can't say anymore. Anymore.
Can't say anymore. We have a surprise. So yeah, those are all our shows we got coming up, and then we restarted. But don't forget the Black Lincoln Collective. Great show, bunch of funny guys there. Don, am I on the air? He reviews the shit out of everything. So make sure you watch that show.
And when he says everything, he means everything.
Don will watch a fucking bird land on a pole, and he'll review that shit if you want him to. Guarantee it. That's how good he is at doing that fucking show. So make sure you watch that. What am I missing? Who am I missing? Yankee show is off. The Met show is off. Yeah. So guess what? If you have an idea for his show, hit us up. We're always looking for new shit. 2023, we want more people flooding this network with nonsense because we love nonsense. That's how it's going to be.
Hey, didn't you forget something, Tim?
What I forget?
Didn't you forget maybe we're going to do a show about the artist something music?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Listen.
Oh, do we have to kayfabe that?
I don't know if the boss is watching, but I just want to say sometimes we announce stuff.
Kayfabe.
And then it never comes to fruition.
Kayfabe.
But we are possibly going to do a show based on Rolling Stone's top 200 singers of all time. Because that's a horseshit list if I ever.
But just like a special, right?
Yeah, a special show. Well, maybe we might do maybe 10, like a 5-part series, like a mini series. Yeah.
Like Lonesome Dove. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to throw out 200 guys in one show. So.
I mean, I think you said it. You mentioned for a show. Timmy, before like doing like a game type of show between everyone, like between us, like I don't know, like a board game or like doing like something where people watch us play and like talk shit.
That was you, wasn't it?
I thought it was you.
That wasn't me. That was you. Well, that was Steve actually. That was Steve. Steve wants to play the games. Yeah, he wants to.
I thought that was a pretty good idea for a show. Monopoly gets fun. Clue.
Yeah. Monopoly gets violence where I'm coming from.
I think we should get like one of those casino games and we all pull the thing and whatever thing comes up, we all just like something, that's fun too.
I do. We need to do something silly this year. Something interactive and silly, but yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Tim, we're gonna do that. Tim, we're gonna have a whole show where we just play online casino.
Fucking
the whole time. The whole time.
That's awesome.
Don't say that too loud. The boss will hear gambling and he's gonna be like, "What?"
That's true. He probably
he'll fucking start the room for us. Be like, "Come on, you guys, you ready?"
He's already trying to find a way to fucking parlay Eric's show into like basketball this weekend or something.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like I'll take Wichita State by 7, along with 18 copyright violations by Eric. Meanwhile, and the Giants by 7. That's what we're going to parlay this week.
Hey, you guys might not be wrong with that Giants thing.
We'll see.
I give up. Anyway,
you're just missing your QB.
Yeah, we don't got to win anything anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to try this week, but we'll see. We won't change our position whatsoever. So
yeah, they might though.
I'd roll out the scrubs
I'd put the second string in. Yeah, I would.
Oh yeah, so just roll out Daniel Jones. We've been doing that all year.
No, okay. I'm not gonna say nothing anymore. You can't go. You can't go to me anymore because you know why? Because he's proven you wrong all year. So I love it. The more you talk, the better he plays. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. He didn't prove me wrong against that Eagles game.
He doesn't play defense, Harry. Come on, man. Give the guy a break.
Listen, if Jalen Hurts is this fragile, like I don't fucking want him. Give me Tom Brady. Give me Tom Brady.
Hey, you might get Tom Brady next year. You never know. He ain't playing with Tampa next year. That's for sure.
I'll take him. I'll take Tom Brady.
He better not play next year. He looks like crap. He had a good game last week, but I don't know.
He's getting divorced. I mean, Christ.
Yeah, Terzio, Jets, baby. One more year, Jets. One more, Terzio. You got it. The Jets.
It'll happen.
All right, well, that's a whole nother show, guys. Let's not get into that. But yeah, Sports Iconic will be tomorrow night. We'll get into everything that happened. Every sport, like I said, we'll talk about what happened at the Bills game, the horrible fucking incident that happened there. We'll get into that a little bit because it's not just the incidents, all the morons on and off the field talking, they're running their mouth. So I definitely want to do some screaming about that tomorrow night. Fellas, any last words before we get the hell out of here?
Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Oh, he's rocking out the fucking Omega style.
Peace be with you.
Peace be with that's it. Just peace be with you.
Peace be with you.
You know why? Because he doesn't want to get sucked into another Kenny Omega thing. That's why.
No.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. See you next week. See ya.